Hey everybody, welcome back to Buddy's Spirits and Cigars. This is the heavy hitter episode. As you can see, we have a recognizable BTAC, Thomas Handy, but the other stuff, so we're doing the BSC Community Pick Rye that we just got, which is a 7-year rye, barrel strength. Very solid pour, dude. For $50 freaking dollars.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I got
How do
three
you
of them.
beat that?
Yeah, I got three.
Aren't you glad you bought three?
As soon as I heard, yeah, absolutely. I am.
Because I bought three myself.
I had to.
But, you know, then we have a Southern Collective, dear to our hearts. Love Southern Collective
Love you,
stuff.
Southern Collective.
Ryan, shout out to you, brother. Southern Collective, this is their heavy hitter rye. It is a 12-year rye that they just came out with 2 weeks ago, maybe?
That's when you started sending
Give
it
or
to me.
take, something like that. Man, it's freaking delicious. Somebody blinded that with a 10-year Willet rye. Willet's at the top of the game,
100%.
and this edged out the Willet. That's what I was told. And then we have the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Rye. What was you telling me about the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass stuff earlier?
So I've talked to some buddies about them. Great. Obviously, it's a Heaven Hill product. Can't go wrong. But I heard that the wheated and the bourbon weren't, but that rye brings some heat to the game. I heard that rye is the one to go with. That's the one I picked. And neither you or I have tasted this yet. So
that's correct.
It's going to be the wild card here.
It is the wild card. All of these are in the 120s. So we have 121 proof all the way up to 129 proof. So these are all pretty heavy hitters. They are, how old is the Heaven Hill one? Do you know?
I do not know.
I know the Axe and the Oak one is 7 years. The Southern Collective is 12. Thomas Handy, 6 or 7 years old. So Heaven Hill is the only one. It's probably around the same age group, I would imagine.
Just looking at the color, I would imagine it's pretty close. I don't think Heaven Hill would put something out like that at 4 years or anything.
They're all relatively close in color. I mean,
there's nothing that jumps out that tells me this is one or the other. And I wanted to point out too, not only are they all in the 120s, it's an 8-point separation of proof. So you want to talk about a close, fair blind of rye whiskeys. 8 points, 121 point something and 129 point something. So that's pretty close. We're not talking about 100 proof versus a 130 or anything like that. That's going to overpower one or the other. This is going to be a great blind.
Yeah, and just so that, just being transparent, the Thomas Handy is not just blowing everything out of the water on proof. It's 129.5. The Southern Collective is 129.4. So, I mean, we're neck and neck all the way around with these pours. So here's the rules of the game. We have our flight set from Age de Nor. Love this little flight set.
Super cool.
It's freaking awesome. So we have all 4 of these that are poured up. Steve and I, neither one have any clue whatsoever what is what. This is completely blind to us. You do see the neck rings that are around the bottles. We don't even know which bottle is what letter. So it'll be A, B, C, and D. The neck rings are turned upside down, so we have no clue which is which. I mean, this is as blind as it gets. We had my wife came in, she used a jigger and she poured up 1 ounce pours for all of these, and we were busy setting up to film and all those other things, so we have absolutely no clue what is what. So this is completely blind to us. We will write down our notes. We are not allowed to use any descriptors as far as I taste this, I taste that, I smell this, I smell that. None of that kind of stuff. The only reaction or anything we can say about the spirit is, yeah, that's good, or don't really enjoy that, whatever the case. But as far as the notes that we taste or get from the nose or palate, we cannot say any of that stuff until after we have judged all 4 of these. We have water to cleanse our palate. We also have coffee to cleanse the nose. So, trying to be legit about this. Probably be a long episode, but I'm excited to see how the BSC community pick is going to stand up against these guys, because these are heavy hitters.
There's a BTAC on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. And I told him before we started, this is not your sister's Ryes. We've got Heaven Hill. It brings the heat. We've got a Thomas Handy. We've got Southern Collective, one of the best, if not the best in the game at blending. I love Southern Collective. My heart's going to be hurt if they do poorly. And then you've got the Axe and the Oak, which that's the BSC store pick, and we all know what that brings to the table.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
If you missed the Zoom that we done here a while back, man, we had a really good time. We got in some very good conversations. We released some information about the next pick that we're going to do and how you guys can be involved. So if you didn't make the Zoom, it sucks to suck.
It does suck
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be that way. I will put out the information as far as the next barrel pick goes, and how you can have a chance to play a first-hand role in picking what that barrel is going to be. So without further ado, we're going to get into these ryes.
Let's do it, man. I'm stoked. Hey, I just want to say this before this thing comes to an end. Somebody has to be last. That doesn't mean it's going to be bad, right? You agree?
None of these are.
Look at the.
Other than Heaven Hill, I've had the other 3.
We don't know
I've
about
had the
one.
other 3, and none of those are bad.
You can't go wrong with those 3. We don't know about Heaven Hill. Maybe it'll stand out. But I'm just saying, when we say one is better or one is ranked 1 through 4, whatever the case, whatever rank it falls in, that does not mean it's a bad rye. I hate to say that about any of these products. They are all solid. This is, like Terp said, heavy hitters.
Got your A, B, C, and D written down?
I do.
Full transparency, we have warmed up before we got to these.
Yes. Yeah. Out of
so
fairness,
we've had a 100 proof, then we moved up to 106, 107, and then we did 113, and here we are.
Now we're in the 20s.
So
that's pretty fair.
Yeah, this is not just starting out fresh palate, right at 120 something proof. So
Don't like that. Sorry.
it's kind of funny. I like that. Oh, don't like that.
Sorry about that.
Well, that messes my first one up.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
Nope.
With no tasting notes, just elaborate a little bit.
I misguessed the brand on the first one.
So I want to say this for the record, for the viewers and for the video. I feel 100% confident on the first one. And I'm going to look like an idiot if I'm wrong. That's all I'm going to say. I want to retrack my steps here and say, when I said I don't like that, what I meant was the nose to me, and I'll talk about my notes later, was phenomenal. It just threw me off. That's all. I want to get to the notes. We'll do it later.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You can just.
It's good.
It's
good. It is good. It's rye. If you put your glass down as confidently as I think I know what this is. If you know, you know.
When you got to guess, you got to guess, you know?
And if I'm wrong, I'm an idiot. But if you know, you know. This is going to come down to palate.
Yeah.
because the noses, I mean, they're good. There's nothing wrong with any of them.
No, they're just not
They're just
prominent.
all about the same and not very prominent.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to come down to palate, which I like that. Because at the end of the day, do you want to smell your whiskey? Or do you want to taste it? We got one more. Let's not lose focus here.
Oh,
We can do this.
time for the D. Gosh dang it. Why is this so hard? You thought you had one of them nailed to the cross, and then that one changed your mind.
I didn't. Just to be clear, I'm wrong about the first one that I thought I was so confident.
Ah!
No. I said, go back, run the tape back. I said, yes, yep. I want to say this for the record, for the viewers and for the video. I feel 100% confident on the first one. And I'm going to look like an idiot if I'm wrong. That's all I'm going to say. I said I was confident about A, letter A. And I am. I still hold that true. I am not confident anymore about another one. No, boy. This is going to be so bad. I feel bad. I'm going to ruin. If this isn't, then by God. So, Terp, how do you want to do this, buddy? Do we push them out like favorite to least, closest to us, as we start kind of like comparing and tasting?
So you can do.
Because I want to taste the two that I think are.
No, go
fighting.
back and taste whatever you want. Now it's free game.
So I want to taste the two that I think are fighting. This is just me talking out my.
If you have two fighting for first, taste both of those. Pick one.
I'm going to taste the two fighting for last.
Oh well, whatever. I'm just trying to give you an example. If you have two of them that's fighting for a position,
And then I push
taste
them out,
those two.
Or do we go left to
pick
right
whichever
as
one you
best
want
to
and
worst?
write on your notes which one wins that particular place.
Okay, and then just leave them where they're at.
You can put it forward if you want.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
However you want to do it. Oh boy. Well, this is harder than I thought.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
I'm going to tell you something.
All right.
What my goal was since I've had 3 out of the 4.
Yeah.
I'm trying to single out the one that I haven't had.
I think I have done that.
Good luck. I think we are not going to be on the same board at all.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm telling you right now, I think you and I both have a last place that's the same. I think that.
I don't think so.
No kidding. It's like the Super Bowl of ryes right now, I think.
It feels like it.
It feels like it at least.
Can there be a tie? No, there can't be a tie.
I don't think there can be.
That second and third so close.
See, my first and second are ridiculous. In fact, I wish there could be a tie. I'd like to know which ones you want to tie, to be honest with you. That would be interesting to me. Okay, one last go here.
The
and
tie,
give me your...
since we're narrowed down, I have first and last picked. The tie for me is Alpha and Charlie.
That's for your second and third?
Yes.
That's funny. Because I'm trying to decide between Alpha and Delta for first, which would either put Alpha with Charlie for me for second and third. Right? But anyways, yeah, let me...
So you still, so since you're deciding first, your second and third can actually switch places.
No, my second and first...
Last is fully decided.
Last and fourth is full, or I'm sorry, fourth and third is fully decided. I know for a fact this is last for me.
Okay.
I know for a fact this is third for me. Neither two of these compare to this, and this one's worse than this one. I am now deciding who will be first and
The reigning
second.
champion.
The
Or not reigning,
champion.
but the champ.
Or it could be the reigning champion. You've had a Rye showdown before, right?
Well, good. Well, not with
Who won?
Not with any of these. None of these were
Now
contenders.
that's fun. This is a whole new Rye Showdown.
Correct.
I like that.
None of these were contenders in the Rye Showdown.
This is my last taste. I'm going to take 2 tastes, and then I'm putting them out. Just out of fairness, I'm going to do A and D just in alphabetical order here.
Okay.
I am set. I'm confident, actually, very confident. And I've even picked brands that I'm not confident on. I am confident on which ones I like, though.
Let's go by letters.
Let's go by letters.
Alpha. What place did Alpha finish for you?
Alpha, without a doubt, finished first for me.
It finished second for me.
Close. And you were having trouble.
I was having trouble, but between nose and palate both, I felt like Alpha pulled it off and deserved a higher spot than third place.
Fair.
Bravo.
For me, Bravo, dead last. That was a very easy decision for me. That doesn't mean it was bad. Just amongst the 4 that we have here, that was actually as you guys can go back and see, that was the first decision I made.
Yeah. Hardcore last for me.
Sure.
I agree 1,000%. Let's go back to Alpha for a second. So the notes I got on Alpha is I had, at first, there was not much on the nose.
Okay.
I wrote that down. And I thought, well, knowing all the other pours in here, maybe that's the Heaven Hill, because that's the one I haven't had. And I was like, there's not much on the nose.
Okay.
Then I changed that after going through the first round. When I came back to it, started tasting everything again, I felt like I got a little bit of caramel on the nose. And I put this as axe in the oak.
So
for Alpha.
My notes were, again, remember, Terp took me under his wing. My notes may not be as detailed and great and advanced as his. So here's my notes. In fact, this will be a great yin and yang here. My notes are: blew my face off, coats the palate well, crazy thick with 2 C's, no K.
Crazy.
A little bit of spice on the end. I'm telling you something. Alpha gave me everything I want. It lingered. Every bit of the palate you can think of was covered. The front was sweet. The back was that rye spice you want with the long-lasting finish, and therefore I put axe in the yolk. BSC pick.
Very viscous.
I hope I'm right. I hope to God I'm right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just that screams.
And
that
we
pick.
don't know. We'll find out.
I'm nervous.
4th place. My very first note on here with a star. Heaven Hill. Without a doubt, Heaven Hill, very corn forward on the palate.
Okay. See, I'm learning.
I tasted the corn very heavily on that one.
That was on last, right? On B?
On Bravo. Yeah. Last place.
Yeah. When you say corn forward, now that I've retasted it, absolutely. I didn't know how to describe it. Nose, it was actually the only one that stood out on the nose to me, and it was because I smelled apple juice. And I wrote apple juice. My tasting notes was taste blah and last. I wrote in all caps last.
Yeah.
And I chose Heaven Hill green glass.
Okay. Good deal. Charlie. I had rice. First of all, I had rice, spice, and fruit. And then I was like, that doesn't really describe that after I went through to the second round. So second round, I put, it reminded me of Christmas. Kind of some of the Christmas desserts and things you eat with maybe a little bit of cedar pine type greenery smell. And I put Southern Collective on that one. And that Charlie received third place for me.
Charlie, it received third place for me. My tasting notes were, holy crap, that's good. If I could compare Charlie to, which is my third place, just call it third place for right now. If I could compare my third place to second and first, I would say very, very similar. Just a little dumbed down, if that makes sense. And depending on what you like, I like a robust, hardcore flavor. I like it to hit me in the face and let me know it's there. This may be your thing if you like something a little tiny bit more relaxed. But anyways, Charlie I have as third. Super hard to decide. I have that as Southern Collective.
Okay. The big D.
I wouldn't know.
D. All right. Delta. My first note was handy for sure. Love this. Great note. Excellent palate. First place. Had the rye spice in the back, but had those fruit notes that Buffalo Trace has to offer. Just that's what I feel like it is.
My only note was handy for sure.
Hey, everybody, sorry about that. The camera died. So anyway, we're back. And so to pick up where Steve left off, you said Delta, handy
For sure.
Handy for sure.
Yeah, I have A as Axe in the Oak, B as Heaven Hill, C as Southern Collective, and D, handy for sure. And I think that was our only
agreeance
note.
Well, actually,
we agreed on all of them, but our only exact tasting note was handy for sure.
Yeah, literally, I have it written down, handy for sure.
And as do I.
That's
handy for sure.
So
we'll see.
Yeah, let's do the reveal. So what do we have as fourth place?
I have
Heaven Hill. Is that right?
Yeah, I have B.
We thought Heaven Hill was fourth place.
Whatever. Yeah, B.
Bravo.
And
you thought
I have
that
it
was
as
Heaven Hill?
I have it
Same.
dead last.
Let's see what.
I haven't had it.
Yeah, me either. I don't know. So these the neck labels were upside down. Absolutely had no clue what that was.
Dead last, like we thought.
It's actually Charlie.
Oh shit!
It was absolutely not Bravo. We thought Bravo was last. We
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually Charlie.
So I have Charlie as third. So not terrible. I mean, it's between fourth and third. Oh no. Okay, so I've guessed my. Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't have it as third. I thought Southern Collective was going to be third.
I also had C Charlie as Southern Collective. That is C Charlie, Heaven Hill. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I have it as third, and I had that as Southern Collective.
Yeah, I did too, and that's not what it is.
Maybe Southern Collective is okay. Sorry, Southern Collective. I didn't mean to be rude. I just thought you were third. But
no,
shoot,
no.
And I'll tell you what I said at the beginning of this video. Remember, I said, "I love you, Southern Collective," because I'll tell you why. It's because I just know that Axe in the Oak is A, which is I have it first.
Yeah.
B, I have as dead last. I thought it was Heaven Hill. It wasn't. C, I have as third, which I thought was Southern Collective. And then the D, as we said, handy for sure as second. I put Axe in the Oak over handy. So I'm hoping. I said I love Southern Collective because I feel bad if it ends up last.
Yeah.
See,
I really thought Heaven Hill was going to be last, but
I did.
It's
too.
third.
That's
so
good.
Heaven Hill's third. So let's go from there. You want to see how the Southern Collective did then? Since we're talking about Southern Collective, let's go.
Yeah, because I think if I didn't get it right at at C, then I'm thinking it's going to replace B as last, I guess, which would really disappoint me. Well, it can't be worse than last. What is it?
No, it's better than last. It's A, Alpha. It's Alpha.
Oh, no.
I had Alpha as second.
I had Alpha as a dominant first.
Oh, man.
Over Handy. I specifically said that D, that I still think is Handy, that Alpha was better than that. Knowing or thinking, at least, we haven't proven that yet, but thinking that this one is Handy, I said this is better, but I thought it was X and the O.
Apparently, me thinking
I thought it was the pick.
What I thought was what it is. I only got one right, probably so far. We don't know for sure, but I'm 0 for 2 at this point.
Also 0 for 2 and mind blown. I thought our pick was number 1, Southern Collective. I still love you. Number 1 for me, baby.
Congratulations, though, on first place. That's
wow.
That's awesome.
Not surprised. Conor McGregor.
Okay, let's go with the group pick or Handy. Which one?
Let's do. So we're down between what, 3rd and 4th?
Yes. No.
Or 4th and 2nd?
2nd and 4th.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. 2 heavy hitters. We're down between 2nd and 4th.
So you're saying between the BSC pick and the Handy, one of these is last?
Mm-hmm.
A BTAC, and then one of the most delicious ryes I've ever tasted in my life.
Well, as far as your list is concerned, for me,
one of them is first.
One of those is first.
And one is last.
One of those is last.
So we're talking about the difference between top 2 and last right now.
Yes. Yeah. Between the 2 of us, yes.
Which one's going to let us down the hardest? So, I mean, do we pick
I don't know.
second? We go for the Handy. Go for the Handy.
All right, we're going to give.
Go for the Handy.
We're getting a Handy. Let's see what's up.
Dude, if Handy comes in last, price is about to drop.
Okay, so let's flip
Which
it up.
one is it?
Handy has the big D on it.
D. Handy for sure.
That's funny that Handy gets the D. I'm just saying, it's kind of funny.
Okay, dude.
All right, so
what was your notes on Handy?
Handy for me. Well,
what was your first tasting note?
Just like I said the same thing you said. Handy for sure.
Handy for
Love
sure.
this. Great nose. Excellent palate. Fruit. Rye. First place.
Yeah. No, mine's Handy for sure. And that was it. I left it at that because nothing else has to be said about the Thomas H. Handy. I said, this is Handy for sure.
Sounds right, done it right. Huh?
And yeah, and then it became
Buffalo
between
Trace, yeah.
Then it became between that and what I thought was something else, but it was Southern Collective. But that can only mean
that's the only one I've gotten right out of all 4 of these was the Handy.
That's the only one I got right.
Blows my mind.
We picked. So wait, what did you have for A again? Axe in the Oak.
I had Axe in the Oak on
Heaven
A,
Hill,
and then I had Heaven Hill,
Southern
on
Collective,
Bravo,
and Handy.
Southern Collective.
That's what I had, and
Yep.
we only got one right, and it was the Handy.
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
So that means Axe in the Oak BSC pick is Bravo, which finished 4th place.
I feel terrible.
That's horrible.
And I said, clearly, I know my last pick place. But what did I say when we started? Look at the heavy hitters that we're dealing with here.
That's true.
I said, somebody has to come in last place. Because someone does. But it doesn't mean it's a bad bottle. This is a great bottle.
All 4 of these are very solid pours. I actually liked all 4 of them. I'm really sad to see that our group pick finished last. But at the same time, you're going up against extremely heavy hitters. And the Axe in the Oak was the least proof. out of all of those.
Good point.
Least proof.
Proof is king. And Axe in the Oak was B.
It was
B Bravo. Yeah. And A
Yep.
was an 11-year. What was the proof on Southern Collective?
129.4.
So B Bravo followed a 129.4 11-year Southern Collective. Tough competition, man. But that says something about Handy, that it still stood up.
Handy was 129.5. The Southern Collective was 129.4.
Yeah.
And then Heaven Hill was 123, I think.
That really says something about the Handy that it came in
123.
last. I'm sorry, not came in last, but that it was the last to be tasted and still stood up to everything.
Yeah, for me, it got first place.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It was a very hard decision though. I can't tell you how hard of a decision it was for these. I mean, it was tough. Really was.
For me, it's that Southern Collective, baby.
Yeah, Southern Collective. Congratulations, you're standing up to some heavy hitters. Axe in the Oak, good job. I'm still super proud of our pick.
Yeah,
that is an extremely solid pour. I like
how
it.
empty it is.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a very solid pour. I have shared that with several friends, and everybody that has tasted it thus far. From what I've heard, people in the group and outside of the group have really enjoyed it. So,
yeah, I bought 3.
Yeah, samesies. So, congratulations on such an amazing product you guys done, and you knocked it out of the park. So, with that being said, there's our heavy hitters. That's our ranking. It doesn't mean we're right, doesn't mean we're wrong, but that's just what we think. So, thanks for joining us. Smash that like button. Share the video. Invite your friends to like the videos. Invite them in the group. Hey, we're open to new people and trying to help guide them and show them the way to great spirits. So anyway, with that said, we'll catch you on the next one.